What up, YouTube? T-Moves here. It's Thursday. That means time for my opening/streaming segment where I talk about the films and TV that's premiering or coming out this week. Alright. Now, two of the films that just premiered that I actually just recently saw. This Wednesday, Netflix premiered the remake of Rebecca, which starred Lily James, as well as Armie Hammer, which is, of course, a remake of the Alfred Hitchcock film, which is also based on a classic novel. I'll do my review a little later, or tomorrow, I'm guessing, but to be honest, Rebecca wasn't so good. I found it completely boring, and yeah. Anyway, a film that just premiered on HBO Max that I just saw was The Witches, which is also based on a book starring Anne Hathaway. It's also a remake of the Angelica Houston film. Sad to say, The Witches was a real disappointment. Shame too, because it was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who of course directed some of my favorite films of all time, like Back to the Future and Forrest Gump. Sadly, he really missed a ball with this. So yeah. All right. Also coming out this week, we got Borat Subsequent movie film, which of course is a follow-up to 2006 Borat, where he journeyed to the U.S. from Kazakhstan in the midst of the pandemic as well as the 2020 election. I simply cannot wait for Borat, for the new Borat film. It looks hilarious. It's pure Borat. I mean, we got Sacha Baron Cohen returning. What more can you ask for this one? All right, coming to Hulu, we got a horror film titled Bad Hair, where terror strikes when a woman's new hair weave seems to take on a life of his own. Now, this stars the likes of Lena Waithe, Vanessa Williams is in this. You got Usher, some interesting cast. I mean, it's pretty much about possessed hair. That's what you need to know about it. It looks creepy, looks intriguing. It's from the same director of Dear White People, so I'll give this one a benefit of the doubt. Alright, premiering on Netflix, we got an anime film titled Over the Moon, which is an animated musical film about an adventurous girl who builds a rocket ship to meet a mythical goddess on the moon. This has an interesting voice cast. It does features, it has a all-star Asian voice cast, so that's pretty cool. You don't really see many Asian American anime films, so I think that's interesting here. It looks like the music sounds cool, the animation looks decent, and it could be pretty intriguing. Alright, premiering on Apple Plus, we got Sofia Coppola's new film On the Rocks, which actually just premiered in theaters earlier this month. Of course, it's directed by Sofia Coppola, starring Bill Murray, who, of course, last time those two worked together was on Lost in Translation a couple years back, which is terrific right there. So cannot wait to check out On the Rocks. It looks terrific. I mean, you got Bill Murray reteamed with Sofia Coppola. You got Rashida Jones, Marlon Wayans is in this. Cannot wait to check this one out. Coming to theaters, we got a film titled The Empty Man, where on the trial of a missing girl, an ex-cop comes across a secretive group attempting to summon a terrifying supernatural entity. This kind of looks a bit like films like Candyman. It looks like it kind of looks like that recent bad horror movie Bye Bye Man that got released a couple years back. This movie looks dumb, looks horrible. I definitely don't have much high hopes for this one. Coming to VOD and theaters, we got a film titled Friendsgiving, which is about Molly and Abby, who, along with their crew of close friends, host a dysfunctional Thanksgiving dinner. Now, this has an interesting cast. You got the likes of Kat Dennings, you got Mullen Ackerman's in this, you got Jane Seymour's in this film, you got Wanda Sykes. It looks really hilarious. I mean, I'm always down for dysfunctional family-based films, and this definitely looks up my alley, so can't wait to check that one out. We got a film coming to VOD and theaters. We got a film titled The Place of No Words, directed by Mark Wahlberg, starring Teresa Palmer. And it's about an innocent question by a boy who sets a family on a imaginative adventure to explore where do we go when we die. This looks pretty heartfelt. Could be pretty intriguing. Coming to VOD and theaters, we got a film titled Sin Chronic, about two New Orleans paramedics whose lives are ripped apart after they encounter a series of horrific deaths linked to a designer drug that with bizarre otherworldly effects. Now this stars Anthony Mackie as well as Jamie Dornan. It looks really intriguing. It's like an interesting sci-fi action based film. I'm kind of interested to check this one out. Last but not least, coming to Netflix, we got a show titled The Queens Gambit, which takes place during the Cold War era. Orphan chess project Beth Harmon struggles with addiction in a quest to become the greatest chess player in the world. Now this stars Anna Taylor-Joy. Of course, she was just in New Mutants most recent. It looks really interesting. It is based on a book, so there's that. Maybe I'll give this one a watch. Anyway, I mean, it has Anna Taylor-Joy in it, so anything she's in, I'll definitely give it a go. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these, films or show are you interested in checking out? Are you interested in, I don't know, let's see, are you interested in On the Rocks? Are you interested in The Witches, Borat 2, etc.? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu Saga.